incredibly frustrating. Hi, guys. Hi, whoever is here. My hair is doing interesting things today, as you can see. Hold on. If I make that leg straighter, and I make this leg straighter, is that gonna work? Why does it look like it's so much wider of a frame than usual? This is so weird. Here, hold on. And you can't see any of my stuff on this shelf here, which is full of cool stuff. This is so... Okay. I'm fine. I'm calm. My face looks warped from how far on, like, the edge I am. I guess normally I have it, like, pointed lower, too. Maybe? Is that what is the problem? I can't tell. Yeah, I think normally I have it up higher and pointed lower. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to go. Can you guys hear my cat screaming? Can you guys hear Mira screaming? Is this gonna fall or is this gonna be okay? Mira is, you look like Lisa Simpson. Okay, thank you. You know, yeah, I have my, yeah. Okay. This is gonna have to work. Okay. That'll do it. This'll do it. Okay. Hi, everyone. My hair is not dry yet, as you can see. Can hear the cat with the volume turned all the way up. She sounds like a baby crying, doesn't she? So, yeah, Mira's in our bedroom, and Mira does that when she has one of her favorite toys. As I was talking about last time I was here, she warbles like that, like nonstop. She just won't stop. And she wants me to go see that she's got her wormy, but I believe her that she has her wormy. I know that she has her wormy. I can't help her right now with her wormy because I'm here and she's there. But anyway, yep, that's normal. The framing is worse than usual, like significantly. So again, I'm sorry that I have not figured out a better streaming setup. I might start doing it. I know I said this last time, I might start doing this back where I was for side quest. I might do it in that room in the future. I apologize. This was very much cobbled together at the last minute, as per usual, but like more so than usual. Hi Lunar Nocturne, welcome, and Angry Froman, and Dinosaur with 42 Heads, hello, and Benny's Gaming Attic. Yeah, so she's still going. She doesn't believe that I believe that she has her wormy, and that's really sad. So I'm good. I'm all right. I'm pretty decent. How are you guys? I'm here. I was not anticipating having this morning free. It just kind of happened. So I am making the most of it. And you guys have to enjoy my just miserable framing here. This is the top of the love seat, as you can see. That's the light switch cover. There's some, well, you know what? No, let me put this on this. Hold on. Again, as you've seen before. These are these like really cheap to make and always overpriced things that like are sold at antique stores. They're super easy to make with like the flocking is easy to put on. The little bulbs are easy to glue in. Oh, that's my setup. That's my, that's the entirety of my decor here. You're welcome, everyone. I go above yeah. I go above and beyond for these streams. All right, so, yeah, how are you guys doing? Yeah. Nope, I pretty much covered it. I'm doing all right. I have to put my eyebrows on, still, as is apparent, clearly. My eyes are done-ish. I might touch them up a little bit, but the eyebrows just had to go. The eyebrows had to be scrapped. They were not going well at all. So, what else? Also, I got some books. If any of you follow me on Instagram, I went to a used bookstore and I'm very excited about the stuff I got. So I wanted to show you guys that as well. Yeah, I got 5 books and it's a good variety, I think. Okay, Mira's done. Mira's done wailing, thank God. That, I love her so much. She is a good kitty. And also, I got a new ring. So I had this necklace fixed because the topaz fell out. Thank God I noticed that the topaz fell out. I noticed the topaz falling out and I caught it. But I went into a jeweler's shop and she was not going to charge me to fix it at all. So I bought a ring, one of her like cheapest rings that she had, in price, not in quality, of course. Because yeah, I wanted to give her money for helping. So that's this little thing. I do not remember what this stone is called. Haven't the slightest idea. I asked her and I'd never heard of it before, but it's pretty. It's kind of like a cat's eye or something with the way that, you know, the kind of interesting way that like streak of light goes through it. So yeah, that's all the more exciting, you know, things are going for me at the moment. How are you guys? I'm prompting you to respond so I have more to interact with. Please? Anyone? Help. All right. Sorry about that. What should we do in the meantime? Hi, Niska. How are you? You're doing okay? Good. I'm glad to hear that. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to start my eyebrows. Might as well. This is we're doing this like sad purplish gray for the eyebrows, and we're doing this blonde. Because that's what I've been doing lately. And I will fix my hair later. I'll actually like blow dry it a little bit later to style it. So, yeah, we'll work on that later. Woke up from a wild night. I guess, geez, what happened, dinosaur with 42 heads? That's, do you know what happened? Were you mentally present for whatever happened, or are you kind of in the dark about what happened? That doesn't sound like normal, you know? Yesterday was 420, but that doesn't sound like 420 adjacent antics at all. That sounds like something else entirely. Angry Froman says, I delved into the inner machinations of a madman and secluded the defacing silence there into a shoddy... Oh, well, okay. All right. Very cool. That, Froman had a productive day. That's great. You look like a blonde Lilu. Sorry about the hand. From The Fifth Element. Well, thank you. I love that movie. That's probably in my top, I'd say 20 favorite movies. Maybe not top 10, but definitely top 20. It's super good. I feel like Bruce Willis was so much more versatile than people gave him credit for, since he just got typecasted as the you know, the action movie squinty man. But yeah, I love that movie. I also really like 16 Blocks. That's in my top 10 favorite movies for sure, and that's Bruce Willis. And yeah, I want to watch more of his movies because he's so much better of an actor than people give him credit for. You know? You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. The eyebrows are, there we go. Getting there. I was watching Late Night with the Devil, but got the notification. I would like to see Bruce play a villain. Yeah. Hi, Ryan Lynn. Welcome. I'm glad you got the notification, Ryan Lynn. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that, because, yeah. My last stream, a bunch of people got no notification, and that's not surprising whatsoever anymore, but it's incredibly frustrating. So I'm trying to post on my community tab as well in hopes that that'll alert some people. That's something that seems to still work. So I've lowered myself to posting there when I'm gonna stream. And it seems like that's been working. I love when they play, yeah, off-cast actors, put them in unexpected roles. Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And it's funny how interesting it is to see somebody play a role that really deviates from their standard, you know? And it's just unfortunate how many actors I feel like are almost, I don't want to say wasted, but their full range is very much wasted in that it's never fully showcased, you know? But also, if anybody's seen it, no spoilers since it is so new, but I really liked Late Night with the Devil. I thought it was really good. It was very entertaining. Um I know people were like upset, I guess, because okay, yeah, I won't spoil anything either. People said that some of like the promotional art or like the um some of the screens they used AI to generate it. Or something like that. So people were really distraught about that. But I think it's a really interesting movie. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on it. I think everybody I know of who has seen it was really impressed with it. So, yeah. You'll have to let me know. Message me and tell me what you thought of it. I'm excited to hear. It was something different. Yeah. Indeed it was. So, hello, Nemi. We're probably going to have a visit from someone here, from a little creature. Or not. Never mind. Maybe she's going to go over there. I don't know if we're going to have any kitty appearances today, actually. We shall see. Depp did a movie where he played a writer, which, without spoiling too much, he was a writer. Yeah. Do you mean Secret Window? Yeah. Secret Window, Angry From, and that's a Stephen King short story, I think. I love that movie. I really like that movie. Um, yeah, people were like, it felt very forced to me. People were very upset that like some of the like television show like screens were AI generated. And then I saw people saying that like they were terrible, they were hideous. No, they looked great. They looked like exactly what you would have needed. The only thing I can think of like that somebody could do is like you could use AI to generate the image you want and then commission an artist to just do exactly what the AI already generated for you, so you're paying an artist. I don't know. I understand that like I of course understand all the ethical issues with AI, like AI generated art and stuff for sure. Um and I hate that it pulls from art that people did not like give permission to have used. Uh in its way of creating and drawing from other people's styles. Okay, eyebrows are a little overdone. Don't know how I'm going to fix that, but this is what we've got now. I'm going to try. My thing. Wow, those are dark. Okay, well, oh no. Maybe I can cover them with my bangs a little bit. I'll just have to make sure my bangs aren't like standing up off my head to where they look shorter. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. This is salvageable. I've decided that this is salvageable. But my thing is when somebody uses AR to make something like I'm sorry, AI, you know what I mean. When somebody uses AI to make a song or a piece of art or something, the context I've seen that in, hello Billiam, welcome. Welcome to the very short stream here. The context I've seen it used in is like a lot of the streamers I watch who are like in their 30s or 40s. Famous last words, this is salvageable. Yeah, seriously. Um, I see them using this art in like a gimmicky way. Like they'll punch in a bunch of different prompts that are relevant to like a trial they're covering, for example. I watch um, a couple of the YouTube lawyers I really like, and I watch their trial coverage quite a bit. And my thing is, I understand. Hi, first time actually watching you. Welcome. Yeah, I have been doing this for quite a while. I like to do much longer form streams than this, but my schedule's been just so crazy lately that it's just whatever time I have is whatever time I'm able to utilize. So I'm doing my best to figure out how to do longer streams that I can schedule in advance so people can actually be there if they want to. Okay. And the eyebrow situation is currently what that's the most daunting thing I'm trying to figure out at the moment. So thank you for your patience with that, and just the hideous framing here. This is not a great setup at all for you know. I'm wondering why no one had AI draw a self-portrait. It's, yeah, my thing is that, sorry, you'll also notice that I get off task a lot and forget what I was talking about. If I build up my eye makeup darker, even darker than this, yes, then the eyebrows won't look as alarming effectively. You know, I think that's a sound strategy here. Let's try that. My thing is, when I've seen people use AI, it is people doing gimmicky things. Hi, Kayshaw, how are you? It's people generating an image to do with like a weird court case they're following, or to do with an inside joke that's evolved over the course of multiple streams or whatever. And they are not, I'm yelling. Am I yelling? I apologize. They're not things that these people would have commissioned someone to do otherwise, ever. If you are using AI to create something that you would have previously paid an artist, you know, like a self-employed small business owner artist to do, then I wish you would pay the artist, you know. If you never could have afforded to pay an artist, if you never could have afforded to commission an artist in the first place, so that's not a sale, that's not business taken away from someone who you would have had to like make you a funny theme song or a parody song or a piece of art, that's where I take issue with it. If it is taking business away from someone, I wish people would continue to commission artists or creatives to do those things for them. The context I see AI used in is like Megan Fox making funny songs, or Legal Vices making funny art, or one of the people he streams with making funny art pertaining to the evolving inside jokes amongst their fans and stuff. You know, it's not something they would have commissioned an artist to do in the first place, and that's why I don't take issue with it, you know? It's not somebody being cheap and doing something for free because they don't want to pay somebody 20, 45 bucks for something. It's just something that if AI wasn't available, they wouldn't have done it. They wouldn't have had that product created. They wouldn't have sought that product out in the first place had it required them commission someone. Does that make sense? Is that a speck on my screen, or is the wall dirty? I can't tell. I'm gonna try and scoot this closer. Oh, this is a mess. This is a partially mitigated disaster. How did I make it worse? That's better, a little bit, until the phone falls off the desk here. K-Shawl is okay. That's good. I hope you get better. I hope your day goes well. Niska says, I'm far more concerned about AI being used for non-entertainment purposes. Hey, AI, here's 50 grand. Make me money on the stock market, or yeah, teach a class of second graders. Yeah. Yes. I haven't been giving invites out, but I don't know where to send you on Ryan Lynn. Let me I'm not sure how to get you one because I have it so only I can send them out right now and I can't do that from my phone, but I'll figure out how to get you in there. But yeah, does that make sense? Like, yeah, I have an issue when people choose to use AI instead of paying an artist. But if you would not have ever commissioned an artist to do that thing, and the convenience of AI is the only reason that thing is generated in the first place, it's not like the AI is stealing a business opportunity from someone. And I understand there are far more ethical concerns with it than that, of course, but that's kind of how I feel about the instances of AI usage that I actually see, which are just people using them for gimmicks. My hair is so frizzy. Normally I put more stuff in it and style it, but I'm letting it air dry, and then I'm gonna try and try and salvage it later. Okay, yeah, please DM me on there. I'll get you in there. It's not super active or anything. It's just kind of Cammy is attacking fuzzies on the floor. Okay, that's distracting. Yeah. But let me see here. What are you doing? Are you freaking out? Yeah, she's freaking out. Her eyes are all buggy. What are you doing? I wish you guys could see her. Yeah, I don't think anybody's gonna make an appearance and sit on the back of the couch today here, unfortunately. I'll have to find ways to make sure the cats can incorporate themselves in if they want to come in and hang out. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I feel bad. I try not to mute the Discords I'm in because that totally defeats the purpose of being in them. I'm really happy when people are able to sort of cultivate an active community, but it makes it hard too because then it's like, well, you know, how do you ever catch up with those people? How do you ever catch up with what's going on? So, yeah. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, Froman does bully people. That happens quite a lot. That's a guarantee for sure. My pupils get huge. Yeah, I really did used to have people think I was on drugs because my pupils are so big. You can see them, yeah, fairly well through these contacts. But yeah, I've always had people think that I was strung out on something because my pupils are so big. And that was incredibly frustrating when I was younger, and I did not appreciate that misunderstanding. That's a funny observation, Niska. That's interesting. Yeah, when there's like 300 people yammering at once in Discord, you can't follow anything because it's crazy. Also, March. Oh, it's the makeup. It's mostly the makeup. Do I have big buggy eyeballs that are slightly set further apart than is normal? Yes. But it's mostly the makeup, I think. Here, I'm gonna use the gray eyebrow color on my lower eyelid a little bit here to try and fill in some of the spots. And pretend that that somehow ties all of this nonsense together. I know it's the makeup, but you do the makeup. You know what? Yeah, that's fair. Thank you. I will awkwardly accept that compliment then. Yeah, I don't know what it's called, but my great aunt had it too. Next up, AI makeup, or yeah, that would be interesting. That's for sure. It's a disorder where your irises do not respond adequately to light. They don't expand enough to only allow in the amount of light that's necessary to see. So it yeah, I have really bad headaches from the light a lot. And I wonder if that's not, I think it's more coincidence because I've always just liked dark makeup. But I do think the same way eye black helps football players not be blinded by the sun, I think doing dark makeup definitely helps me handle how bright the light is better because I have about the worst skin tone possible for it being horrible when the sun reflects off of it into one's eyeballs. So the dark makeup genuinely does kind of help like eye black would, I think. Yeah, Snapchat filters are basically AI makeup. That's kind of true. Yeah, it would be cool if the technology was sophisticated enough to give you specific makeup recommendations based on your bone structure. That's not something I've seen, and that would be really cool to see, I think. Where is the, I'm going to blend this in a little further. This red color. Gonzo Duke, how are you? When is the goth mommy era of Chat-Mort coming? Man, I don't know. Is it? I don't know. I mean, what constitutes as goth mommy to you? Because I do wear a lot of black, actually. I don't wear it much on stream because I try not to wear my black clothing in the house too much. So I don't have to use a lint roller to get the cat hair off of it as much. I wear black lipstick sometimes, but it's not super common. So I don't know. That's an excellent question. It depends what your definition of that aesthetic would be. Fishnets, black fishnets. I do not have black fishnets. Black clothing and cats. Yeah. Niska said, Mort, look up the origin story of fake eyelashes sometime. It's equally funny as it is repulsive. I will. I will look it up. I know a lot of them are made of mink, and it doesn't like they don't have to kill mink to get the hairs, but they like pluck them, which is incredibly impolite. You know, I think that's kind of uncool. I wouldn't be happy to be plucked so some lady can look like a drag queen. So I try to get the fake ones. I try to get the whatever you call them, cruelty-free eyelashes whenever possible. Cuz I don't want some dude being plucked against his will for my eyeballs to look even more jarringly alien. I don't think that's warranted, you know. But these are my last stream I did, which I think was it a week ago? Actually, maybe. I asked people which eyelashes I should use, some more normal looking ones or these goofy spiky ones. And chat picked these spiky ones, and I actually really like them. They're really cool looking, so I've been wearing them more. And yeah, I've been enjoying that. I think they're fun. I know the story. Don't pluck me, bro. Yeah, it's just impolite, you know? Like, that's not warranted, I don't think. I don't think plucking you know? I think that's a pretty reasonable standard. Like, you know, there's a lot of debate on stuff when it comes to medication, and if testing is actually, what am I hearing? I don't know. I'll never know. Like, there's definitely more of a debate when it comes to animal testing, if it's actually forwarding things in the medical field to improve the quality of humans' lives. I still don't like it, but I think pretty much everyone can agree that animal testing purely for the sake of cosmetics is stupid and unnecessary, you know? When it's purely for vanity, it's completely inexcusable. What else was I going to say? I don't remember. Okay, let's do, what time is it? I was going to stop in like 15 minutes, but I can stream a little longer than that. Let's do, my slightly more natural looking blush is in my car. The stick of blush melted in my car because I forgot it in there. So we're going to use this clowny stuff. It's really bright. So I'm going to use my little disgusting bacteria-laden beauty blender here. And we're going to see what comes of that. Hi, Joyce. How are you doing? Yeah, that's very true, Joyce. I agree. I'm against forced plucking, and I'm making it the focus of my campaign for Lieutenant Governor of Ohio. Forced plucking sounds like a very, very niche kink to me. Okay. There was something else I was gonna say. I swear there was. But okay. Okay, so we're gonna put our incredibly like low budget setting spray on the sponge, and then we're gonna attempt to distribute the blush with the sponge. It's gonna be a nightmare, but at least it'll be entertaining. So hold on. Oh, the whole house is now covered in this spray, and that's okay. It's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. So yes. Yeah. Yeah. Can any of you say without putting yourself in legal jeopardy that you partook in the Day of the Devil's Lettuce yesterday? I did not. I do not partake. This is gonna be a disaster, but let's do it anyway, because it'll be funny. We'll do, yeah, well, yeah, let's just do one side first. Yeah, I do not partake. So it didn't really affect my day whatsoever. Yeah, you have in the distant past. I just, I don't think it's a great idea. Yeah, inhaling smoke. Yeah, generally that's not like the best for people medically. Um, let's see if we can make this not look insane. I took some Tylenol. Does that count? Yes. Yes, it does. You are a hooligan. You are no better than the rest of us, Froman. Um, I mean, being deathly allergic to a ton of plants. Oh, that doesn't look too bad, actually. Okay. And also being really allergic to smoke makes it just seem like that would be an incredibly not good combination for me. Actually, I was around people smoking weed for the first time in my life last summer, and I did have a horrible allergic reaction, you know? Like if somebody's burning a pile of grass or something. So, yeah. Being even like in the vicinity was about as bad for me medically as I thought it would. Good one, Mort. Oh, I can do much better. I can and will do much better. Niska said, I was working, had an emergency, had to. Oh my gosh. A copper pipe. What a disaster. I'm sorry I had to deal with that. What a headache. Yeah, it's a holiday for at least half the population where Joyce lives. I believe it. I had Theraflu. God bless Theraflu. Yeah, just nicotine and caffeine for me. Yeah. Caffeine is my drug of choice, that's for sure. I just, yeah, I don't know. I ate, I think I've mentioned this before. I tried a minuscule bit of a THC gummy once. And I just didn't, I don't know. I didn't enjoy how it made me feel. I didn't. It felt like, and I know this is hypocritical, to be okay with drinking and not weed, I guess, in some regards. Like, for sure, it's hypocritical. But to me, that tiny bit of THC I ingested. Now, why did that blend better on the other side? This is just how makeup goes. This is exactly how makeup goes. Now, why did that go so great on the other side, and why does it look so bad here on this side? It just felt like having a beer or like a mixed drink without any of what makes alcohol enjoyable. The lighting The lighting is part of it, but this side, maybe it's because there was more of the like blush in the sponge this time. Here, now I'm blending it out a little bit better. I do the e-girl. I do a little bit of blush on my nose, like just where the sun would hit you, where you would get sun if you were outside, you know, a tiny bit on the bridge of my nose. Then I try and blend it out so it doesn't look too clownish. To try. Operative word there being try. But yeah, to me it just felt like drinking alcohol without any of what makes alcohol enjoyable. The way drinking like a beer or like some kind of cocktail or something makes you feel like you're wearing a warm fuzzy sweater, like the flush in your cheeks and the little bit of like fuzzy cozy warmth. It was like the sort of eye tracking impairment and feeling really dizzy, feeling like I was on a roller coaster, like my brain was on a roller coaster and the rest of me wasn't. And the issues with concentration and memory without any of the slowness and coziness of having a beer. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't enjoy it. And every time I've like mentioned that to friends, they're like, "Well, yeah, but I don't like hangovers." Well, it's like I don't drink enough to get a hangover, you know? But I don't know. It really wasn't. I did not enjoy the sensation. I really didn't. And I had a minuscule amount too. Um how much was the dose for that piece you ate? It was tiny. It was like a crumb of a gummy, you know? And yeah. I didn't like the way it felt. It was weird. It felt like maybe this is like just how it feels, but all I kind of felt was it was like electricity like trickling down inside of my head, and then it was just a very stressful level of impairment, you know? Um, it wasn't fun struggling to concentrate and articulate my thoughts. It was just weird, you know? I don't know. It was not for me. That sounds more like a near-death experience gummy. It was a tiny, tiny amount of THC that I ingested, and I did not like how it made me feel. It did not enhance my mood at all. It just did not. Again, that may be the reevaluate your life choices gummy. Is that really not how it feels to people? Like when it hits you, it feels like the like the the like the code in the Matrix, you know, like coming down from the top of your head inside your skull. Let me see. You guys are funny. Yeah, you can do both. Yeah, that's very true. I go by live and let live. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's generally a good principle. Drink in moderation and drink a glass of water now and again. You won't get hangovers. Yeah. Ooh, I get really bad anxiety with gummies and I just end up walking for hours. I know a couple people who get really bad anxiety from THC. I know someone who tried it once. I know someone who, like, took a hit off of a joint once, a very small one, and it made her so paranoid she was, like, terrified. You know, she was just like, never again. Absolutely not. Never again. I'm not doing this. I know a couple people who have that effect from it. But yeah, I don't know. Some people claim that smoking before you drink helps with hangovers. It could. It could. I don't know the chemistry behind it, but it definitely could be. Um, Yeah. Hi, VGman94. How are you? Have you been around recently? I don't remember. Generally agree if AI is used due to low budget and isn't excessively relied on, it's not that problematic. Over-reliance is a serious issue. I definitely agree on that part. Corvus says, I feel like I would like to be high in the way that people seem to be high, but I doubt my high would high that quickly. Drugs are gross. It's definitely not for me. And when I was younger, I would say that, like, I have to take so many drugs that I'm prescribed to feel anywhere approaching normal that I don't want to to jeopardize that, you know? Like, the last thing I want is to feel not normal. And I think that's part of it for me, but, you know, maybe my brain chemistry is different from other people. I don't know. Here, hold on, we gotta do the e-girl nose highlight here. All I do is put the most minuscule amount of, like, shimmery, flesh-toned makeup right where the highlight already hits my nose. There we go. I'll touch up my eyeliner a little bit. And then I think, don't you guys think this, like, makes my eyebrows look less insane? The more insane you make everything surrounding them look, the less insane they look on their own, you know? But, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if it has to do with my brain chemistry, too. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it has to do with the medications I'm on or just me being a little bit malformed in general. But, I don't know. Yeah, it's not for me, you know? I don't know. I don't know how that affects my, my narcolepsy either. So even if I had wanted to experiment with stuff like that more, I just don't think it would have been the best idea for me. E-girl, how do you say your name? Get leveled? Okay. I remember you. How are you? Okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, Niska, message me and tell me what you thought of that movie because I thought it was really interesting. I'm really excited to see what you think. So, yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day. So, what else? Okay, not an e-girl e-thought. Whatever. You know, whatever terminology is current. I could put lipstick on too, but I think it looks funny with when I haven't put on a nicer shirt yet for the day. I probably won't do that. Do I have any what else do I have? Shuffle, shuffle. Yeah, I'll touch up my eyeliner a tiny bit since it's got powder on it now. One of the things I wanted to do quickly here, and I'm sorry again that this is a super short stream and again was not announced ahead of time. I will work on getting these to be a little bit more routine again. An absolute, what does that even mean? I don't like that. Bucket bearer? That's upsetting. That makes me uncomfortable. Hold on. I'll at least put a little bit of lip balm on here. There we go. My lips have been really dry lately, too. I don't know why. From the AC, maybe? Okay, yeah. One thing I wanted to do, buckets is like Homestuck. Oh, yeah, like in Homestuck. See, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about being called a bucket bearer. Is that like being told you have childbearing hips? Okay. I wanted to show you guys the books I got from the used bookstore because they look really good. And one of them I've seen a TV show based on from. Yes. And yeah, I'm really excited for that too. Okay. Okay, here we go. Do you guys care? You have to pretend to care or I'll be really sad and hurt. Okay? So, one of them is this one by Andrew Hodges. It's what The Imitation Game was based on. It is a biography on Alan Turing and the Enigma machine. My stomach is audibly growling. This book is really long, but it's one of the best biographies ever written, in many people's opinions. And I actually never watched The Imitation Game, but I've always been fascinated, of course. Like, that makes me an interesting person or an intellectual, being fascinated by the Enigma decoder machine thing. But I'm super psyched to read that. It is very long. It has a big index in the back. But yeah, it talks about Alan Turing's life, and it's huge. And in very good condition. So many of the books you find at used bookstores are like perfect, you know? You can live without me booping you for a short while. Okay. OMG, I care so. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Very believable, very convincing. Thanks. I haven't started any of these books yet. I got them the day before yesterday. Because, yeah, we were busy yesterday, so I didn't get to start them. But I'll let you guys know what I think of these books. I will follow up on them in subsequent streams. The next one is just called Deep. Freediving, renegade science, and what the ocean tells us about ourselves. And then it says, now deeper, revised and expanded. So that's cute. That's clever. Let me read to you the back cover. Deep is a voyage from the ocean's surface to its darkest trenches. This was in the, like, oceanography, marine biology section in the bookstore. Deep is a voyage from the ocean's surface to its darkest trenches, the most mysterious places on Earth. Fascinated by the sport of freediving, in which competitors descend great depths on a single breath, journalist James Nestor embeds with a gang of ocean-going extreme athletes and renegade researchers. He finds whales that communicate with one another through pitch-black water. Nope, I skipped a line. Let's try again. He finds whales that communicate with each other hundreds of miles away, sharks that swim in unerringly straight lines through pitch-black waters, and other strange phenomena. Most illuminating of all, he learns that these abilities are reflected in our own remarkable and often hidden potential, including echolocation, directional sense, and the profound bodily changes humans undergo when underwater. Along the way, Nestor unlocks his own freediving skills as he communes with the pioneers who are expanding our definition of what is possible in the natural world and in ourselves. So, that's that. I've been fascinated by, like, horrible diving accidents. I've watched a bunch of videos on diving accidents. So, I'm also fascinated in that aspect of it. But I don't know anybody who's not fascinated by deep marine life as well. So, I'll also let you guys know what I think of that one. Did we just start a book club? We might have. You know, we just might have. Oh, this one is really dark. I don't know how to read the... Okay, this one is... So, I've been on a war movie and war book kick, and this one was in the, like, post 9/11 war section of the bookstore, which I made a beeline for, because that's my, like, little special interest right now. Black Hearts is the gripping true story of a platoon from the 502nd Infantry Regiment, known as the Black Heart Brigade. Very angsty, very Shadow of the Hedgehog coded. And the widespread breakdown of discipline that resulted in depression, drinking, and horrific brutality, culminating in the R-word of a 14-year-old Iraqi girl and the cold-blooded execution of her family. This is a story about failure in the chain of command, sagging morale, and the consequences of crossing the thin line of morality in war. Beautifully written and brilliantly researched, Black Hearts is a searing exploration of how and why the war in Iraq went wrong, and what it means for the military and the nation in years ahead. So this is not going to be one that you breeze through, you know? I feel like this is probably... When was this? Okay, this came out in 2010. This is going to be one that you read in small sections to avoid being significantly negatively affected by it, like in day-to-day life. I will get through it. I'm fascinated by dark subject matter, but it's also just awful. So, yeah, this one I'm probably not gonna have a review of for a while, because, yeah, not something that is healthy to dwell on for a long stretch of time without breaks in between, you know? And if I do review this one, I'm gonna have to be very delicate, of course, about how I go about it, you know? You're gonna go work on your game. Okay, get leveled. I hope you have a good day, and I hope that goes well. Mort gonna get a sub to the Titanic. You know, I actually think I'll pass on the Titanic exploration. Here's another really dark one. This is a fascinating subject to me that I've binge watched a bunch of documentaries and stuff on in the past and read some literature on. This one is called Last Rites: The Struggle Over the Right to Die. And this one is about terminally ill people advocating for the right to die with dignity on their own terms. This has always been a fascinating subject to me. And yeah, this was the first copyright was 1998. I've read a bunch of books on just death in general, the sort of like weird sterile medicalization of death in the West, and stuff like that. And I'm also fascinated by like palliative care and hospice because those people are wonderful. And the viewer count is dropping rapidly, and that's fair. And one of the cats is under the couch, and one of them is sitting here fighting the one under the couch. There's a paw feeling around from under or inside the couch, and it's really cute. But this has always been a fascinating topic to me. So again, not something that you breeze through and feel great about afterward, but I do think it's super interesting. There's a hospice nurse I watch on YouTube. I think her channel is just called Hospice Nurse Julie or something. She's really interesting, and the stuff that she makes content about is really, really interesting. I know I've spoken about that in the past, how I just, or maybe I talked about it on Twitter, I'm not sure, but I hate how much we package up and hide the subject of death like off in a dark corner, in a way that just does such a huge injustice to everyone who, of course, encounters it at some point in their lives. It doesn't need to inherently be traumatizing. It's sad, of course, but it doesn't need to be as traumatizing as we make it by kind of withholding and stigmatizing all of the relevant information about how that process happens, you know? And I don't know. I hate that so much of the information about how that process occurs in elderly people in particular who are terminally ill. I hate how so much of this information just nobody knows it when preparing for what that process can look like in people, can remove some of how deeply upsetting it is. And I think knowing a little bit about the dying process can help prevent that experience from kind of like overriding all of your good memories about a loved one. You know, I think we do ourselves a huge disservice by not knowing anything about the dying process. Like this Hospice Nurse Julie channel, the stuff that she talks about, it's so sad because you see dozens and dozens and dozens of people in the comments saying, this is such a blessing. I wish your channel had been around when I was taking care of my mom or my grandpa or something, or my husband, you know? Like it would have prepared me, and it would have made it so much easier. So I don't know. I'm fascinated by the morbid aspects of death, of course, but I just think that we do ourselves a huge injustice as a society by setting ourselves up to being so deeply disturbed by an inevitable and completely natural process that everybody goes through, you know. And there's so much trauma, genuine trauma, that could be prevented if people were educated a little more, and if we didn't stigmatize just very basic knowledge about what that looks like, you know. So that's my little soapbox about that. And I have a bunch of literature on that, on the process and the sort of like medicalization of death in the West and stuff. I have not watched the Fallout show, Joys. Have you watched any of it? What do you think of it? Corvus said, yeah, we used to die at home surrounded by family and get buried on our own land or at the local church. Yeah, yeah, it is really dismaying, and frustrating, and I don't know. So much of the emotional heartache and the how traumatic it is for the loved ones taking care of someone and seeing them go through that process. It is completely avoidable and completely preventable, and I don't know. I just I hope that we can kind of undo some of that in the future, you know, because nobody deserves to have like their whole life's worth of memories and experiences with someone overridden by how upsetting something was to them that they could have been somewhat emotionally prepared for if they knew what that process can look like based on like whatever ailment it is that somebody has, you know? People are, you love it. That's good to know. I might check it out. Hi, Keeverdam. How are you? Okay. And I am going to go here shortly. But the last book I got was the one I was the most excited about. And that's because we watched this recently. So, Generation Kill is the best, like, war miniseries I've ever seen. I love war movies and stuff like the Pacific. And yeah, the TV show adaptation of this book is it is the best piece of media I've ever watched about war. And yeah, it's kind of backward to read the book after having watched the show, the series. But the author did say that he thought, oh, you have this book? Do you really? The author said that he thought they did a pretty decent job with the adaptations of his descriptions of some of these soldiers that he was with during the very beginning of the war in Iraq. If you have not watched Generation Kill, it is phenomenal, and I have to imagine that the book is even better. So I am so excited to read this. I'm probably going to read this first, to be perfectly honest with you, because the show was so good. I can't get enough of yeah, war movies and books. And so, yes, Domino is in the couch. I hear him. He makes little noises to himself when he's in the couch. The ferret, she tore the lining out of the bottom of the couch, so now the cats tunnel up in there. Yes? What? Okay. Yeah. So, was it an HBO special? We watched it on HBO. And we watched it for like 6 or 7 nights straight. because it's just so good that we couldn't stop. We were like sleep deprived for a week because even if like we did not have time to watch a show after the day and after dinner and stuff, we would still watch it. I read it and I was there when he was researching it, but I was in a Marine unit running convoy. Okay. How cool. All that stuff in the book is realistic, though I can't vouch for it personally. Yeah, that is so cool. Rat, hi! I missed everything. I don't know. There wasn't a whole lot that happened. I fixed my eyebrows. If you can consider this fixed. And I drank some coffee. I spilled some coffee, but that was before the stream and delayed the stream significantly. I picked my coffee cup up so I could scoot the table here without the coffee spilling, and in the process, naturally I spilled my coffee. So I think this show came out like in the late 2000s or early 2010s, right? When did he actually publish this? 2004. So this was like right after he went with these Marines into Iraq. He finalized and published the book. It's just exciting to see the pictures of the actual people. It's so cool. I'm gonna rewatch the show after I finish reading the book because it was a phenomenal show. But yeah, I love how used books smell. Some of them smell better than others. This one smells good. So yeah, I'll report back on how this went too, because I've just been completely obsessed with war movies and literature, and I never thought I could be interested in modern warfare, which I understand is an incredibly ironic thing to say as a white woman in my early 20s, early 30s, late 20s, early 30s, that demographic who was completely obsessed with the modern warfare games, especially the revamped modern warfare games, you know? But yeah, there's a lot of media that really captures the experiences of these people, you know, and it's absolutely fascinating. Stop it. Sometimes people put drugs on those. Mort has the best eyebrows. Tremendous. Other eyebrows disasters, believe me. Yeah. Thank you, Rat. I'm doing all right. I'm a little busy. I'm a little overwhelmed with some stuff that's been going on. I'll message you, Rat. I'll tell you what's been going on this week. But I'm doing okay. I am all right. Mort, are you interested in 2 really powerful books about war and veterans? Absolutely, I am, yes. I think you have nice eyebrows, Rat. I don't think I've ever, like, really scrutinized them, but I think you've got pretty decent ones. Where did I lost my... Oh, there they are. My eyeshadow palettes disappeared. I'm going to touch up my eyeliner really quick, and then I'm going to go. And then I'm going to try and fix my hair situation. And Domino is going back in the couch. I hear him. But yeah, absolutely, I would be interested in recommendations. Joyce said, gonna end up snorting cocaine microparticles one day from doing that. How do you not sniff books? You have to sniff a book. Achilles in Vietnam and Odysseus in America by Jonathan Shea. Thank you. I will write those down and I will procure them presently. I really appreciate that. Yeah, it's just it's a subject I cannot get enough of right now. So thank you. This book is a real page sniffer. Thanks. Ooh, big RC race for the whole weekend. You're gonna have to tell me how that goes because that is awesome. I definitely want to hear how that goes. So, yeah, well, I think I'm probably gonna go pretty quick. And again, I'm so sorry. For those of you who don't know, my streams tend to be like 3 hours long. That's how hideously long-winded I tend to be. And I like to just cover a range of topics, generally unconnected entirely, but I like just talking to the chat. And I might have a couple things that I want to share or discuss, but tends to be pretty free form, free range, just largely incoherent discussion such as this. But yeah, my schedule has not been predictable or manageable lately in the way that I would like. So I'm going to figure out a better place to stream. I'm putting my eyebrows up so my eyeliner doesn't transfer up there. But yeah, I'm working on getting a better system in place here, and I will definitely do better. I will make sure to post a couple places before I stream, in the hopes that somewhere it'll be picked up, and people who want to be here will be able to see them and catch them. Okay, yeah, Domino is emerging from inside the couch at the present moment, and it's really cute. Hi, Octane Junkie. A stream of consciousness. Goodness, no, we can't have that. Yeah, I know. Yeah, what was it? Somebody said something recently on Twitter. Like, I did a long thread because I like doing long threads on stuff because it's hard to, I don't know. I'm not paying $8 a month or whatever to be able to post a tweet that's like this long, you know? That's what putting a thread together is for. And somebody was like, nobody cares at the end of this like 20 tweet thread. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, that's fair, but geez, you know? Yeah. Yes. So, let me see. Achilles in Vietnam and Odysseus in America by Jonathan Shea. He's a psychiatrist who did groundbreaking work on Vietnam veterans suffering PTSD. That is fascinating to me. I'm also fascinated by trauma and the way it impacts the brain. So thank you so much for that recommendation. I really appreciate it. But okay. I am probably gonna go. I have chores to do. There is a mountain of laundry that needs folded that's looming there on the table. And I've got a couple other things to try and get done here today. And I haven't eaten yet, and I'm really hungry. So I might make some scrambled eggs or eat some leftovers. I don't know which yet. I have not decided. But thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here and showing up. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for your patience with me trying desperately to kind of cobble a coherent schedule together again, because that's been it's been a little challenging, just a bit. But yeah, good luck on your race, Rat. That is so cool. I want to hear how that goes for sure. And I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. I need more coffee. I've only had 2 cups today, and that is not nearly enough. So, yeah. I believe it's called a rat rip. Oh, well, yeah, you got me there, Froman. Yep, that's what it would be. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Okay, so I should have had this on the entire stream. Oh, this is awful. Oh, the blur. Oh, the blur is really upsetting. I feel kind of ill. Okay, well, so what other effects are there? This is so silly. This is ridiculous. Dream. Oh, that's pretty. 8mm. Oh, it's like crunchy. Documentary. I like that. Sepia. Haunt. Ooh. Oh, that's quite spooky. I'm like drooling. Am I having a stroke? Bubbles. Okay. I like the dance. No, where is it? Okay. All right, guys. So, anyway. I don't know what I'm doing, man. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a day that makes you feel the way I think they intended this filter to make you feel, and not in fact the way it actually is making my brain feel right now, which is kind of like tingly in a really, really bad way. So, yeah, I'm drooling. Am I having like a stroke? I don't know what's happening. All right. Um, Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do the my little outro here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I am going to work my way through these books and I will have reviews and updates on them the next time I stream. And yeah, I hope you all have a lovely Sunday, if it is in fact still Sunday, wherever you're at. Like I'm meeting you at a rave. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good week. Chat-Mort, discotheque, dance your way. Yeah. Yeah. So, yes. I hope you guys all have a lovely rest of your day and week. Oh, that like blur is awful. Oh, it makes me feel ill. Oh, this is horrendous. I don't like this at all. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you when I see you. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Goodbye now. Everybody go away. Hitting the button. Hitting the end. All right. Goodbye, everyone.